And I want you guys to understand something. He is absolutely spot on when it comes to this.
Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is
Just want to put that out there. You guys didn't know that. And that comes on the fact that those guys tried to smuggle in stuff to destroy all of our crops.
And cattle.
And cattle. We already got issues with cattle and beef, right? Where is that from? Kroger? Whole Foods?
Yeah, distributed nationwide to Whole Foods.
Yes. So that's why when you hear them say, oh, China, I can't believe you do it. They're not our friends. They don't want to be our friends, period.
Don't trust China.
I'm not going to, sir.
Yeah. The Communist Party doesn't want to be.
Yeah. I mean, they may want to be friends with us, but this dude tried to snuggle. Was it 4 or 5 of these things that would have, destroyed just about everything in its path?
Yeah.
My God. The hell are we doing? And we're still like, he's going to talk to him on Friday. What are we talking about? Honestly, dude, you don't like us. Everybody here is, this sounds horrible, but I'm going to say it. What the hell? Because people get mad at me all the time, so I don't care. Not everybody who is Chinese at a college is a spy, but pretty much every spy at a college is Chinese. That's it. We have to be honest with ourselves. This would have been a disaster. And yet we're like, oh yeah, we should totally, still try to figure out some sort of good trade. No, I don't want to trade with them. Not with Xi in charge. They're not going to uphold their end of bargain. They're not going to do any of that stuff. No. Screw tariff them 500, 5,000, 10,000%. I don't care at this point in time. That would have been a nightmare. So if you guys haven't heard, in Detroit, in Michigan.
The U.S. Attorney in Michigan is calling this the gravest national security concern. You have a Chinese national, a woman who's getting her postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Michigan. Her name is Young King Jian. This is the indictment that you see right here. Her boyfriend comes to visit, lands into Detroit, nonstop flight from Shanghai. They think there's something up with him, Customs and Border Patrol. They start searching him. He says he doesn't have anything. They ask him multiple times. And in his backpack, they find a killer fungus, something known as a terrorism weapon, something capable of taking out billions of dollars in livestock and crops and making people very, very sick.
Yes. And we're still going to talk to them about anything? They don't want to do anything but dominate the globe. How much farmland? Do you know how much farmland they own? And that's a question that's been that's really arisen over the last couple of days because of what took place in Russia with all of those drones. They own farmlands all over the country. States have now started putting things in place where, sorry, you guys can't own it. Companies, one of them in the Dakotas, right next to one of our big military bases, they have like 300 plus acres. And they said, no, you guys have to divest. You guys can't own this because the military came out and said, no. Guess what? They still own it. Still own it. This didn't happen, though, recently. This happened last year, this couple. And it's just now that people are getting around to this. I mean, you think eggs were expensive. Imagine if we lost all of our crops and all of our poor cattle would have lost their teeth or whatever. I don't know what this thing does to them, but it would have been bad. They're not our friends.
They are not.
They're not. They're not our friends. I mean, they don't want to be our friends. They want to dominate the globe.
Don't trust China.
I'm not going to, sir. I appreciate everything you do for me and the show here.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless you.
Yes, sir.
Because he knows, because he's from China and he says it all the time.
Don't trust China.
And I say, I 100% agree. Just insane. It is mind-boggling. And what are we doing? What are we doing? We wouldn't do this. The Soviets wouldn't have done this with us. We wouldn't have done it with them. I mean, it's crazy. If you go to North Korea, which some weirdos like to do, right? They'll go there and you've got minders with you 24/7. They stand outside your door, right? Like if you go somewhere, everything is a show. They don't let you wander around anywhere. Here we're like, come on over, steal all our IPs, do this, do that. Oh, Chad, it's being honest. if in a time of, and this is, they want to win. That's their goal. They want to win. We need to start acting like we want to win. Somebody said, what about Rodman? Well, that's a different story. He loved himself some Kim Jong-un. Dennis Rodman like Kim Jong-un. Just nuts. Just absolutely insane. What's going on in the world over there, Ken? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, Brother Chad.
Anything exciting going on?
Nothing really exciting. You know, just trying to dig up some stories here, some news that you can use, as they say.
So, news you can use.
News you can use.
Somebody said, I don't care about the Republicans, WTF about me. No, I care about Americans more than I don't care about the parties. I care about the people.
Yeah, I care about me.
Yes. That's exactly it.
Me and my family.
Yeah. I care about the fact that I have a 6-year-old who's going to have to get 9 jobs to pay for all the debt that we've rung up over the years because people want to get reelected and they don't care about anything. We should all be on that same page. I've seen the big, beautiful bill. It's big. I've been through a lot of it. There's some stuff in there that we should all be uncomfortable with. And some of it's good, man. I like the fact we're going to strengthen the border. We're going to be able to get rid of people fast. I mean, there's some stuff in there that's very good. That's great. But there's a lot of pork in there. And there's a lot of stuff that, you know, like the AI bill where basically it's going to be centralized now in this bill.
Yeah,
so,
and do you see where Marjorie Taylor Greene said that had she known that was in it, she wouldn't have voted for it?
Well, then why did you vote for it? I don't know. I didn't read it.
You got to read it, MTG. J or G? MTG, yeah.
You know, at some point, did you think when that comes out of your mouth, talking about the fact that you haven't read it, at what point do you go, you know, maybe I should, maybe I could see if I can grab that and bring it back. I don't know if that was the thing I wanted. I mean, it's 1,100 pages. So I get that you're not going to read probably everything. And a lot of it is, I mean, I've gone through and like a lot of it is just, your eyes will gloss over. Even when you read the AI stuff, it's crazy. But there's just, you know, there's a revision in there that should bug everybody, by the way. And remember this, when I talk about this stuff, the Republicans are not always going to be in power. At some point in time, somebody else gets into power, and then what happens? Well, you don't like the stuff that now they've got it. Oh, and there's a provision in there. Now, it does, and again, what it looks like after it gets to the Senate, where Trump basically and the administration and the other administrations coming forward don't have to listen to the courts. They may be overruled, but there's no mechanism to stop them. And they can't use funds to stop them. So you just basically told them it's you put a strongly worded letter in their file. That's the best you can do. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, the Chinese farmland thing. I'm absolutely. Go look and see if you can buy land over there. First of all, they don't even sell land to their people. And certain areas that you can't have any land.
They're definitely not going to let an American buy land over.
You can lease something on their approval you have to give them all your info. You have to do it. You don't own it. Here, we're like, you want to buy some land? There you go.
Can't you like own a house there, but you can't own the land the house is built on?
Yeah.
Which means then they can take the house away from you at any time they want.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, that's it's the same thing in Mexico. You don't own you own the house, but you don't own the property, the land. That Mexico owns it. And so every 100 years you basically, you know, lease it again. You can own the house though, so that you keep, but if, you know, it's weird, but we do this. We allow this. We're like, come on over, buy some stuff. It'll be great.
Why in the world would we be allowing China to buy land here?
I don't know.
And why do we let them make our medicine?
Again, I don't know. Well, what's the deal? Well, because once everything went global, everybody was trying to do it the cheapest, best way they possibly could. Okay, I see having several different places where you produce stuff. I can see that. But why? I mean, COVID should have shown us the minute we got through COVID, we should have said, all right, number one thing we do,
Yeah.
We on board, onshore, on all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Should have been the number one thing. But no, we didn't do it. We didn't. It's fascinating.
That's going to be interesting because I'm seeing where President Trump is likely to speak with Xi at some point.
It's supposed to be Friday.
Going to be Friday, it looks like. And I wonder if this dangerous fungus is going to come up.
It should.
It absolutely
and don't
should.
tell me she's studying her doctorate and he had to bring him over like that in his backpack. That's what he had to do?
Yeah.
Oh, good God. It is just, I am fascinated by like us wanting to hurt ourselves when it comes to energy. Nobody else does. Well, they signed that Paris Climate Accord. Yeah, but all that Paris Climate Accord says is nothing. It says when they get to a certain level and they think it's okay, they'll try to cut back. We take it seriously. We try to hurt ourselves. We think because we're altruistic and kind that everybody else feels the same way.
Yeah. As far as climate goes, India and China could give a rat's ass.
Yeah, they don't get 100%. Like, that's top story right there. Breaking news. They don't care. Do you think India's like, we should probably stop this? I know we have the 1.5 billion mouths to feed, but us becoming energy independent and all this kind of stuff, that's for the suckers, right? We're going to save the world. You clowns. Good God. But what the hell's wrong with us? Just insane. I'm just fascinated by, like, the farm thing. I was always fascinated. Then after you saw what happened to Ukraine, you're like, are we really still doing this? I had no idea how many of these companies, wink, wink, that are all associated with the CCP